What's up, YouTube? It's me, Alex, and we're here for a trailer reaction. So this I've actually heard about for a little while now, and I remember when it was in talks, I was kind of like, okay. I'm always optimistic about things in general when it comes to adaptations, continuations, reboots, remakes, whatever it may be. I'm willing to give it a chance. Even if it looks like crap, I'm still gonna be willing to give it a chance. So when I heard that they were going to do a live action version of Clifford the Big Red Dog, I was like, okay. Not that it's impossible, but it might be a little weird. Maybe be on the edge of creepy. But Clifford the Big Red Dog has been popular for a really, really long time. I was a little girl when the children's book series was out. It was first published in 1963, written by Norman Birdwell. He passed in 2014. This series helped Scholastic to be a premier publishing company. Oh, and Clifford is Scholastic's official mascot, which is why you always see him with Scholastic. So, I definitely read some of the books as a kid, but I particularly remember the show. The show that was on PBS Kids. For those of us who did not grow up with cable when we were kids, Clifford was one of the staples. Clifford, Arthur, Dragon Tales, Cyber Chase, Zoom. Those are ones that I remember watching a lot when I was a little kid. And then as I got older, my siblings were watching like Maya Miguel and things like that. But Clifford, Dragon Tales, Arthur, those are like the big ones for me. And I love talking animals, so that always works out in my favor. And of course, Cree Summer, who is iconic in voice acting, was one of the characters on Clifford as well. So anytime hearing her voice, it's like, oh my god, it's Cree Summer. I'm pretty sure the pit bull who was played by Kel Mitchell, I don't remember his name, Rex or something, it's probably not in this. And I'm pretty sure Cleo, who was played by Cree Summer, the poodle, is also not in this. So we're definitely gonna watch the trailer. We're gonna see what it's like, and then we'll look at some information after. So let's jump right into this trailer. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of excited.
You may not believe it, but there is magic all around us.
I believe it. Look at
Sometimes
him.
it can be hard to find.
Did you bring your garbage to school?
But sometimes
Kids are mean.
the magic finds us.
Look at you.
Look at him.
So cute.
And so red.
How big is he gonna get?
That depends, doesn't it?
On what?
How much love you give
How
him?
much you love him.
Yep.
I wish big and strong and the world could hurt us.
Oh, he's so cute. You can definitely tell he's CGI though. Definitely.
Clifford? Uncle Casey,
Oh, we're gonna be late for school.
about the dog.
Yes. Appropriate reaction.
Clifford, get the toy and drop it.
Oof. Ugh. Disgusting.
Shouldn't we try to hide him or something?
It's yours. I didn't even notice.
Pizza. Just a big. Ooh, why don't we get you on the scale here, bud? I'm just gonna write heavy.
What if you found someone who made you feel like you could do anything?
Oh no.
No,
Oh no. Yeah, exactly. I've always wanted to try one of those things though, but I'd be a little scared. Ooh.
This dog is killing me.
Oh, look, they're playing.
Oh.
Well, you don't see that every day.
No.
Time to feed him.
Oh my gosh, Clifford! He was so precious. Oh my gosh. And of course, that was always a big thing about the love from Emily Elizabeth making him grow so big. So I remember the theme song. Let's see if I remember how it goes. Clifford needed Emily. Something, 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 something. And her love made Clifford grow so big that the Howards had to leave their home. Something, 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 something. I really think so. Clifford's so loyal. He's there when you call. I love Clifford, the big red dog. I mean, I'm sure there's more. There's a lot more to it, but that's all I remember right now. But I remember even that much is crazy. But I literally have been humming the theme song all day when I saw that the trailer had dropped. So for those of us who grew up reading the books or even grew up watching the show, like, how do you guys feel? Are you kind of like, oh my god, my childhood? Or are you kind of like, oh, this is really cool. So I'm pretty sure all of us who have read Clifford at some point have always wanted a big red dog. When I was a little girl, I love dogs. I've always wanted a big dog so I could not even have to ride the bus and I could just ride my dog to school. Because Emily Elizabeth rode her dog to school when she was on the island. I want to be able to ride my big dog to school. Man. Okay, let's look at the film. So, the director is Walt Becker. He directed Wild Hogs with, John Travolta, Martin Lawrence, Tim Allen, William H. Macy. I think I've seen part of that. Old Dogs, which I think is John Travolta and Robin Williams. And then Clifford the Big Red. Oh, he did Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Road Chip. I don't think I ever saw that one. I only saw the first 2 Alvin and the Chipmunks movies. So, not a very impressive filmography. But, I mean, we won't be judging right now. So, let's look at the premise. As a middle schooler, Emily Elizabeth struggles to fit in at home and at school. She discovers a small red puppy who is destined to become her best friend from a magical animal rescuer. When Clifford becomes a gigantic red dog in her New York City apartment and attracts the attention of Genetics Company, who wishes to supersize animals, Emily and her clueless Uncle Casey have to fight the forces of greed as they go on the run across New York City and take a bite out of the Big Apple. Along the way, Clifford affects the lives of everyone around him and teaches Emily and her uncle the true meaning of acceptance and unconditional love. Based on the beloved scholastic character, Clifford will teach the world how to love big. That's really cute. But I guess I don't expect anything less than some genetic researchers wanting to experiment on this dog because he's red and he's huge. But I guess that kind of makes sense because of what he is, so I guess I'll allow it, but we'll see how the movie handles it. So, David Alan Grier is Clifford! Oh my gosh, he's a great actor. He's really funny. Okay. I wasn't sure if Clifford was going to talk because in the cartoon he did talk, but he talked to Emily Elizabeth. So I'm assuming that the animals will talk. I don't think it was necessary for him to talk. I think it would have been okay if he didn't talk, but since he is talking, David Alan Grier as the voice is a good choice. He's very funny, and I wonder if he'll be actually like talking or if it'll be kind of more like his thoughts. So I wonder about that. Darby Camp is Emily Elizabeth. I don't believe I know her. Jack Whitehall as Uncle Casey. He looked familiar. Oh, he's a comedian. Oh, no wonder he looks familiar, but I don't think I've ever seen him in anything though. Isaac Wang as Owen Yu, the boy from next door apartment. John Cleese. That's what I knew. I knew that was John Cleese. I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to say it out loud. Russell Wong as Mr. Yu Owen's dad. Paul Rodriguez as the bodega owner. Tony Hale, of course, recognized him. Sienna Gilroy. Oh, look at her. Kenan Thompson, Rosie Perez, Jessica Keenan-Wynn. Don't know her. Okay. Cool. So, as far as we see, there's no other animals who are talking, so I guess that's cool. John Debney is doing the score. He did Hocus Pocus, Little Giants, Liar Liar, I Know What You Did Last Summer, I'll Be Home for Christmas, My Favorite Martian, The Adventures of Elmo and Grouchland, Emperor's New Groove, Spy Kids, Cat Dogs, The Princess Diaries, Jimmy Neutron, Snow Dogs, Spy Kids 2, The Hot Chick. So he has Elf, Bruce Almighty, Malibu's Most Wanted, Looney Tunes Back in Action, The Passion of the Christ, Spider-Man 2, Princess Diaries 2, The Pacifier, Videos of Sharkboy and Lava Girl. Wow, he's done a lot of scores, and they're all so different. Okay. I see you having a nice composer for the movie. Alright, I feel that. So it is being released on September 17th by Paramount Pictures, and it could potentially be able to stream on Paramount Plus 45 days after it comes out in theaters. So I would say definitely give it a check. I mean, if you were a fan of Clifford as a kid, I think you shouldn't write it off as quickly as you see it. Give it a chance. You may actually like it. Sometimes these family-friendly movies really surprise me, and I find myself liking them a lot more than I expected myself to like them. So even though it's an adaptation of a beloved series or a beloved cartoon, and you feel like it shouldn't be made into live action, like I always say, your opinion is your opinion, even if it's wrong, and just give it a chance, and then decide that you don't like it after you give it a chance. Don't hate it before you give it a chance. You know what I'm saying? So I think it looks really, really cute. Like, Clifford is adorable.
In the world could learn.
He's so cute. My older sister had a beagle mix, and he was the runt of his litter. He was so tiny. Love that dog. Is Clifford a beagle? I don't think they ever quite say what kind of dog Clifford is, but is he a beagle? I mean, his ears aren't as long as a beagle. I feel like that's always the dog, that the go-to dog is a beagle, because I believe Brian from Family Guy's a beagle, and I think that Snoopy's a beagle. And I don't really know what Clifford might be. I was looking it up to see if it tells me, but I don't think it tells me. So, I mean, I could look it up somewhere later, but if you... T-Bone was he was a bull terrier. Sorry. T-Bone. But I don't think they tell you what kind of dog Clifford is. So if you definitely know, because you are a dog connoisseur. I used to be back in the day when I wanted to be a vet, but I decided I could not handle sick animals, nor could I put them down if I had to, and I couldn't couldn't do that. If you definitely figure out what kind of dog he is, or you just know, please let me know in the comments. I love to hear what you have to say, especially if I can't find it.
Heavy.
This probably means nothing, but I kind of laughed on the inside when I saw that Kenan Thompson is in the movie, when him and Kel used to work together, you know, Kenan and Kel, and then Kel was in the cartoon, and then Kenan is in the movie. Not that that means anything, but it did make me laugh, so... means nothing, but this is what I thought. He's so precious, look at him. So what do you guys think of Clifford the Big Red Dog, the movie? Just give it a chance. You never know. You might find yourself really liking it. Don't always brush off these kind of movies as, oh, that's just for kids, because you might find yourself liking it just as much as a kid will. And sometimes these kinds of movies makes you feel like a kid, and I think that's great. I think if a movie can do that, that is a great thing to be able to do. So how do you guys feel about Clifford the Big Red Dog? Were you a fan of the book series? Were you a fan of the animated show on PBS Kids? How do you feel about the movie? Let me know your thoughts in the section below. And what other kind of kid book series or animated series would you like to see get turned into a live action adaptation? I mean, it may not always turn out right. What property makes you go, what if? Even if it was for a split second, put it in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. So as always, you guys, please be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell to get notifications for when I post more videos. And keep all the love coming. I've been so excited to see all the comments and the views. Oh my god, I feel like I'm coming up with the world. But please continue to subscribe. Please continue to view. Continue to like. Continue to share all these great things. I so appreciate all the love. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye.